Swag on the beat.
Swag on the beat.
Swag on the beat. Hello and welcome back to the Swag on the Beat podcast, episode 29. Is it?
Is it 29?
29, Michael?
It's 29.
2029.
Ooh.
Welcome. Massive week for us coming up and past that we're going to jam into this half hour to 45 minutes-ish. Not sure how long it's going to go for, but how are you, sir?
Yeah,
Sorry,
pretty good. It's going to be a massive show, so massive.
Yeah.
You don't even see it coming.
yeah, so
It's
big you don't even
ginormous.
see a cousin. Whoa.
So big you'll never see your cousin ever again. That's how big it is.
Also, our brand new top of show activity
Yeah.
/ thing we have to do now is indoctrinate or enshrine the new one-person follower for the week. And we had a lot of great
And
entries.
plenty of good entries.
Now,
You've said you've got one that I haven't seen yet, so I'm excited to hear what it is.
yeah, so this one, a lot of people came in. This one is from someone. Now, we don't believe in Nepo babies here at Swag on the Beat.
No, but also I just want to say before, I do appreciate all the bribes that came my way.
Yeah,
in the
bribes.
messages.
Yep.
Keep them. I'm going to figure out a way to be able to accept them.
Yep.
So keep them coming.
Yeah.
Don't get disheartened by the fact that I'm not replying.
Sure. Well, this is kind of. I got a reverse bribe. I got a do it or I'll blackmail you.
Okay.
So this
Reverse
is
bribe.
my girlfriend's housemate. Right,
Okay.
who lives with the cats
Oh.
that we've spoken about in previous episodes. Okay. Her name is
Yeah.
Mel. Beautiful person. Very funny, etc. She sent a DM to the Swag main page and the podcast page, so knowing she's not mucking around, and she wrote, I should be the account chosen next week because if I'm not, I will take the hinges off Mickey's bedroom door and let the cats on the bed while Jack sleeps.
Oh no.
So I feel obliged
That's
to
a bit of
do that.
Oh, that is a
That's an
damning,
act of war.
threat. That is an act of war. But
Yeah.
you know what happens when you negotiate with terrorists, mate? If you
Follow them. They calm right down, is what I've heard. Isn't that right, Mel?
they come out and they walk all the hostages out and they give you all the money back.
So right now, I've got it up here.
You're
Mel,
setting
you're
a
getting
dangerous precedent there, mate.
Why?
Because people are gonna just keep blackmailing us after that.
No, they won't do that. People aren't like that, are they? No, they're not.
100% of the people we've done in this game have been
No,
like that.
well, but this is just one.
All right.
No.
If we get blackmailed, you have to handle it. You be the hostage.
Sure.
I get to negotiate.
Well, we'll see how that goes.
Well, if you
I will. If we get any more cat-related blackmailing, I'll deal with it. Otherwise, it's general. I can't be responsible for all blackmailing.
well, I don't know. You're setting the precedent, the blackmail precedent.
Anyway, what Mel is getting followed.
Okay, well, all I'm saying is next week someone that gives me a bribe is getting followed. Because if we're getting into nefarious territory, I'm going to be.
No, I'm protecting myself. You're taking advantage of poor people that are trying to send you money.
I think you're negotiating with a terrorist, and you need to draw the line in the sand and say no.
I said no.
Threaten me with
No,
violence.
you can't. I'll follow you though. So that's hardly a negotiation.
That's a failed negotiation, is what it is. The hostages are dead.
No,
and they're
no,
away.
no, they're loving it.
And they're away on the helicopter.
They're sleeping on my bed.
No, you're fired.
No, they're good. No, that's good. I think that's a good thing.
Okay.
That's fine. Also,
you
we've
do.
been getting heaps of messages from people who have received their hats finally from the top 50 members, videos, photos, and we also have a big sack. I'm holding a sack of hats here because
some overflow.
some overflow, some accidental overflow. Still turned a profit, by the way, 234 profit, which we have into fruition here at the board members' last supper picture.
Appreciating in value as we speak.
It really is, despite
Probably
the
worth 234 and a half.
despite the print line becoming more and more somehow. But no, so these are extras that the supplier accidentally printed. So there's 10 extras. So we're just gonna have them here in the studio, and what will be. We don't know if they come involved. We might be special moments of putting because. These needs heads to fill them in.
Yeah,
they need heads to be filled in.
It's like in Finding Nemo where Darla's got the fish in the bag.
It
wants
is.
to go in the great Australian current or whatever it is. Get him out. Get him on.
And
heads.
we're shaking the bag, so the poor
Yeah.
hats in there just want to get out into
They
the
got
real
braces.
world.
Yeah.
Anyway, the hats look great, by the way.
Yeah.
So thanks for sending them in. Send more in. Yeah, so that's the latest on the hats, actually.
Yeah. Well,
so,
I mean, speaking of hats and where they go on,
okay.
Give us a bit of an update on how your head's gone vis-a-vis tip
The
situation.
head, yeah. Look, I have been purpling
Segway
it
King
up.
strikes again. Just
Yeah,
quietly.
there you go. Yeah, it's been going well. A lot of purple shampoo in the hair, trying
Okay.
to tone it because
It looks nice and light.
Like, tone that. A lot of females with fake blonde hair telling me how to tone it.
Right.
I'm like, okay, I'm onto it.
Okay.
So I don't know if it's going well or not, but that I'm feeling quite comfortable with it.
It looks good.
The thing that
It still looks good.
will notice, I was eating breakfast. I was watching something, and my brother walks in, and he's talking to me. And he walks across the room, talking to me, and then he says stuff. I'm like, I just turned to him like, what are you talking about? And he's like, I thought you were the other brother. Because he's Albert's blonde, and he thought he was talking to Albert. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? Nothing was making sense what he was talking about. Anyway, so that would have been a trip. He thought I was my brother.
That's crazy,
which is pretty funny.
And he's quite a bit younger than you, so maybe it's doing a bit for the complexion.
It is. Yeah. Well, we are now 3 clean-shaven brothers for the first time in a while, because he was a moustache guy for a while.
Albert had a bit of a mo going.
Yep. So yeah, fair enough.
And Anna, your sister's clean shaven.
She
as well?
is clean shaven.
Wow,
yeah,
all clean shaven. That's pretty.
That's what I meant. Yeah,
monumentous.
Yeah. So that's good. So the hair's going well.
Girlfriend coming around.
Well, I mean, she'll come around probably later. Yeah, no. But we do have the book trip tomorrow. We're going on our trip.
Oh yeah,
our short trip, which would be great. Then we'll really understand what the opinion is. I think, well, why don't you wear a beanie on this photo? Why don't you put another hat on? Oh, you can wear a hat backwards. Yeah, just cover that little latch where it shows you.
I mean, it's lucky you're a bit of a hat wearer, so you can probably get away with it.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see how we go. I'll give you updates
the
next
person
week.
that you love enjoyed the look of your face.
I know. Well, the face hasn't changed, honestly. It's just the top of the face. So and thanks for everyone getting around. Charlie, the great hairdresser, he loved that.
Yeah, the barber,
which was exciting.
He's a very funny.
He's
man.
hilarious.
There's calls for him to get him on the pod. We should try and figure out a way to do that.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah,
well, it's going to be a lot of beeping going on. Yeah. But he's a funny guy.
I have to beep complete concepts of sentences that he's saying as well, not just the words.
Yeah.
But no, he's been cutting my hair for a very long time. Absolute legend. And
did a great job. Knocked it out of the park.
Yeah, knocked it out of the park. Massive show today. We got Michael over there in the producer's booth as well.
Michael Liberal.
G'day, guys.
Yeah, Michael Labourer sometimes as well, depending on the election year, depending on swing voter. You never know. Don't assume. Massive show. Let's get into it. Play that music, white boy.
Jack, I'm having a bit of a dinner crisis at the moment. As you know, I've stopped doing the Marley Spoon boxed meals.
Which was a mainstay for a while.
Yeah, a couple of years.
At yours.
For those who don't know, it's like a HelloFresh type boxed meal situation where they
light
send
and
you
easy.
All the ingredients. Well, is light and easy, do you cook those or are they ready-made meals? Anyway.
Not sure.
Either way, I've stopped doing it.
Okay. Oh, you all cut.
Well, it was... I enjoyed cooking the meals and they were delicious meals, but the portions, I ended up eating both portions. So I would get like 3 meals, 2 portions each. Okay. So that's like 6 meals, which turns out to be about $13 for a meal, which is good value. Okay. But then because I was eating both of them because they're not big enough, it's almost $30 for a meal, and I may as well just buy.
Wow, $30 a meal.
Yeah, well, if I'm eating 2 portions, you know. So I thought, no, I'm spending too much money on dinner. Yeah, I'm gonna stop doing that. I'm gonna meal prep for the week on the weekends. Saturday, Sunday, I'm going to meal prep and then I'm going to save heaps of money. Yep. So that was about a month ago. I haven't meal prepped once.
I do the same because doing my girlfriend occasionally, and it's always like, Sunday we're going to do a big cook up, and she loves cooking. I'm more of like a
eating kind of guy.
I like the eating part of it. So same thing sort of happens. We sort of we peter out into the end
eating
of the day.
First, cooking second, then cleaning at the bottom. Yeah,
definitely.
So no meal prepping yet. Okay, I'm excited for when I do that. Yeah. Because I am spending money on dinner now. Yeah. Okay. I've pretty much just been going alternating burritos and souvlaki's
every night. Wow.
It's been awesome, but also no better for my bank. It hasn't addressed the core issue that was there at the start.
But your savings, the burrito would be less than $30, I'd imagine.
Yeah. Yeah,
it's good.
Burrito and 3 tacos from Guzzi Gomez is $23, so it is less. Yep. You're right. GYG and Suvas, I've been smacking them every other day. I was getting a Suva the other day, a place that I hadn't been in a while, and I went into there and I got a memory on my phone while I was waiting for the Suva because I must have been in the same spot.
Oh, did that? Wow.
Like from a few years ago, I was there.
Yeah, wow. And because we have the same phone. Mine does that as well.
Yeah, well, mine is the 13 Pro.
Yeah, so
yours
13.
is the 13. So mine would just have a more pro version of that,
both 13 memories.
Yeah, both 13, but I guess like I would get the pro memories.
Right.
And they're on a bigger screen, so they're easier to see and stuff. So you probably miss them. That's all right, though. So, we're in the super shop, and I got this memory from a couple of years ago. It reminded me of a very funny interaction I had at that at the souvlaki shop. So I went in there, and I was ordering my suva, and the guy behind the counter was a really nice guy. And he said, I've seen you on Instagram, blah, blah, blah. We had a good chat. Yep. He was a really nice guy. And then he said, let's get a photo. And I was like, oh, sweet, man. No worries.
He was behind the counter?
Behind the counter.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, sweet. He said, let's get a photo. I'm like, yep, cool. Yep. Stand there waiting. He doesn't do anything. He's not acting on his last sentence. So I'm like, do you want to grab your phone out? And he's like, oh, no, just take it on yours. And I was thinking,
take it on yours.
I was thinking maybe he's got maybe he doesn't have his phone while he's working, and I'll just send it to him after.
Yeah.
So I go, okay, sweet. Whip out the phone, selfie over the counter at the kebab shop, at the souvlaki shop.
Yeah.
And then he just goes, oh, sweet. And then walks off and leaves me with the photo of us on my phone.
That's funny. Yeah. That has happened to me before as well.
I've got the photo here.
Oh, no way.
There, Mike, we can put it up on the screen for the viewers.
That's funny.
And he just left, and I was left with a photo of him on my phone. I thought that's a pretty alpha move right there.
I had one recently during the election. So, you line up and you get into the booth or whatever. And I was out of my area. So I was not in like the normal booth. I was talking to the attendant behind the it's just like a classroom.
You got the express lane out of
area.
Express
lane, yeah, highway patrol. So I'm sitting there talking to this person, saying like, oh, I'm from here, this is my name, whatever. Some guy tap on the shoulder, hey mate, I've seen your stuff, whatever, can I get a quick photo, whatever. Yeah, sure, absolutely. I'll be outside in like 20 seconds. He's like, no, like now, I'll do it now. And he turns around, and I think the electorate worker is in the background going like this, and I'm basically just turning around like a mid-turn, and it was just like,
oh
whoa.
No, maybe he was trying to take photos of the ballot results.
Yeah,
fix the election.
Who did I vote for?
Maybe you helped.
Who knows?
Fix it.
Yeah.
Well, either way.
Anyway,
keep them coming.
Keep
we'll
what coming?
We'll just get a whole album of photos of other people.
Isaac, something that has been a topic of conversation with me and my partner recently is what kind of
meows?
Meow meows.
Oh, okay, something else.
No, the cats are. This is Sans cat at the moment.
Oh wow, okay.
But this is alarm related. Now, I have an old. I might have mentioned this before, but I have an old clock on my bedside table, right? And it's like a digital clock. But I like that its alarm can be set to radio. So we actually wake up to radio. Well, when when we're in the same room, we wake up to radio on the classical station, it's blissful.
Great way to wake up.
An amazing way to wake up. So very often, like our wake up moment can be this, and you wake up to that.
Yeah. And you walk outside and you're in the land of the hobbits and Gandalf is there.
Feel amazing. Then you realise, oh no, I'm in Melbourne and it's 2 degrees. No, but I feel like that's a really nice way to wake up. And I just don't understand when in society we decided to make wake up alarms so incredibly aggressive. And I think there should be an etiquette there. And this is a bit of a PSA because another story that happened that I don't think I've actually told you is my 2 brothers were sleeping in the same room, and one of them is a really heavy sleeper and the other one isn't as heavy a sleeper, and the really heavy sleeper had to get up early.
Oh no.
And it was in a room where there was no ability for him to charge his phone and have it next to him at the same time, so this phone was in the middle of the room on the ground.
Oh no.
And the alarm goes off, and it's like one of those hectic ones. And he doesn't wake up for ages. And my other brother, who's the light sleeper, is awake, but he said because he was in like a kind of daze
limbo,
he's like kind of waking up. He in his head, and afterwards he was telling us, he said, I tried to say the meanest thing I possibly could because I was so angry at him because I knew this was going to happen. And apparently he goes, that sounds bad. But anyway, so
truthful still.
It's very
there's actually
truthful. Yeah,
the alarm that I use on the phone. There's if you go into that windy clock section, you can have whatever the light rise alarm is, which gradually wakes you up.
That's good
instead of that.
Meh. Well, the PSA I wanted to do is I went through every single alarm option on the iPhone and whittled it down to 2.
There is a lot of different options on there.
4, there are a lot. Down to 4. Now, this is if you're starting to see someone, if you're starting to do sleepovers, whatever, and they have to get up early for work and you're whatever, and you hear one of these 4, run away because they're psychopathic.
Oh, so all these 4 are bad.
These are all bad, but these are from a hierarchy of best to worst, but they're the worst 4.
Least bad to most bad.
Yeah, exactly. So, but this is a PSA to anyone who's starting to date someone or whatever. Run away from them if they have this as their alarm. Mike, play the first one and I'll describe the type of person. Okay, who's waking up like that? You're waking up next to the clown from It.
A clown, yeah.
That's what I would think. I would be so scared waking up to that. Anyway, so that's psychopathic behaviour. Second one on the list. Here we go. Panic attack. Immediate panic attack.
It's like royalty-free Mario Kart.
That one's called Summit. So, like, I'm not ready to summit anything when I wake up.
I love how they have birds in the background.
Yeah,
I
noticed. It could have been. I was recording it outside.
Nature.
Number 3 on the psychopath list. Doesn't that? Yeah, that's sorry. I should have been a trigger warning as well, buddy. Okay.
Whoa. I'm awake.
Mike's drunk with power. That one is completely crazy. I used to use that one, and I was going around killing people.
Yeah, no surprise.
Anyway, so the final. This is Well, there's only one real option here, but so there's like the more contemporary list where those 3 are from. Then there's like the original list of wake up alarms. And this is the worst one on the original list when people were tough. So here's number 1.
Code red. Break up with this person.
Yeah, if anyone wakes up with that, you should be taken. You should be sent to jail for at least 3 years, maximum security. And if your partner,
the person who's sleeping next to the person with that alarm,
the person with the alarm. If you are in that unfortunate situation where you're starting to see someone, maybe it's going really well. Maybe you have your first sleep, but maybe you go away for a weekend for the first time, and they wake up with that.
It's a deal breaker.
Unfortunately, you're going to have to move on.
Regardless of the situation.
And you can't cry foul because we did warn you here on the Swag of the Day podcast.
Unless I'm trying to think of a situation where that would be appropriate. Maybe the only time when that alarm would be appropriate is when a surgeon is performing life-saving open heart surgery.
Yeah.
And they have a small window of 1 second to do something.
Okay.
And they've set that alarm for that 1 second, and they need to be alerted with maximum alert by that alarm to, I don't know, turn the heart around 180 degrees or whatever. That's the only time where that is appropriate.
It's more disturbing than, I don't know if you know, in the army they do the reveille, which is a trumpeter goes out the front in the middle of all the sleeping quarters and starts playing the trumpet tune really loud.
Yeah, I bet that sounds pretty nice, though.
That's what I'm saying. But like that's the standard for the army.
Yeah.
If you're getting an alarm like
more annoying than in the army. Yeah.
Anyway, so
what's that called?
That's called alarm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Alarm.
No
Get
doubt.
out of there. Stop making this your alarm.
Yeah. Code red.
Jack, it's time for a special edition of everyone's favourite game.
Is it still a big world, or have we gone too far? Well, we're gonna test that theory today. 2 random people try to find a mutual. 2 random people try to find a mutual.
And there's a bit of an asterisk on the random of 2 random people because this week we're going to try something different with the big world.
One of our favourite games, by the way. Yes. We love it. Thank you so much for everyone trying to send in. What is different about this week?
Well, I thought this week one of us should have a go at playing Big World with one of the listeners.
Every time we finish this segment, we sit with each other and go, as if they did like that, or we could do it differently like this.
We feel like because we've been on this end of the game so many times, we feel like we probably be able to steer it in a good direction. Yeah,
it's like an armchair expert.
Yeah. So we wanted to put that to the test and see if that's actually the case, or if it's just much easier from afar than in the heat of the moment, which might be the case. But what we're going to do is we've got a random player up now whose name is Louis, is it?
Louis,
Louis, and he's not going to be privy to this.
No. You're going to have an alias.
Yeah.
Your name is going to be...
I'm going to be Zach.
Zach who?
Zach Gibson.
Okay.
So Louis is just going to think he's playing with another random player. We're going to intro it. I'll speak to him on the phone here as if everything's normal. And then when we're supposedly going to get his competitor up, I'm going to go out into the other room,
run off,
call in from my phone so it sounds legit. And then Jack's going to lead the segment throughout. And then hopefully Louis doesn't pick up that it's me. I mean, see what happens.
Who knows?
But I'm going to try my darndest
to get there. Because we think that we would have tactics that would maybe be better than a regular person coming on because we've watched it happen so many times.
So we'll put that to the test and we'll see if that works.
So let's do it. Let's
get Louis up and intro it as if it's normal.
Okay. Yeah, great. So Louis is on the line now. He hasn't heard any of that. Louis, how are you?
I'm good, guys. How are you?
Very good. Thank you for writing in. Thank you for wanting to be a part of Big World. What do you think qualifies you to be a competitor here today?
Well, I think I've got the unique advantage of living in multiple different countries. I've lived in China, Singapore, and now in Australia.
Okay. You sound Aussie, though.
Yeah. I went to an international school, and I've got essentially a larger net of people who I lived with there who are now living across Australia as well.
Okay.
That could prove very beneficial.
A big net.
You sound very composed. You've got a very deep and commanding voice. I feel like you're going to be good at this game, Louis.
Well, time will tell.
Okay, well, that sounds good. We're going to get your competitor up, Louis, and so we're going to fade you down now and introduce your competitor, and then we're going to get you both back in the room, and then we're going to kick it off, all right? We'll talk to you soon.
Do it.
So for the listeners, Isaac, you're about to leave the studio.
I'm going to leave and call Mike from the other room.
Yeah, which you do all the time.
Paul.
Mike, do you want to sit here for this segment? No. You don't have to.
He needs to
You
be
need
by
the control desk.
All my stuff's over here.
Because people want to see the mic. So
we'll make it happen. Okay, so I'm getting out of here. Okay.
Good luck. Good luck. Where are you going to go? How far away? Into the stairwell?
Right,
okay.
Isaac has left.
Isaac is now waiting for a call from Mike, who will then conference him in, and we'll start the game.
Okay, do I have Louis?
You do, yes.
And do I have Zach?
Yeah, g'day.
Okay, guys. You are both faded in. We can both hear you. Remember, the rules of the game are you have 60 seconds to find if you have a common connection, a mutual connection, and then we will know once and for all if it is in fact a big world or a small world. Guys, good luck. Your time starts now.
Okay, Louis, I live in Melbourne. I've done some seasons in Canada, Mount Buller, and I've lived in Northern Rivers, Australia for a bit.
Okay, I live in Melbourne. Where do you live in Melbourne at the moment?
Thornbury, northern suburbs.
Okay, I live in Brunswick.
Okay.
How old are you?
29.
Okay.
Do you go to gigs, music gigs, or what do you do? Do you play sport?
Yeah, play sport.
Do you play for Brunswick?
The
Brunswick
soccer, footy.
Oh, soccer or footy?
10 seconds.
Soccer.
Brunswick, okay. Do you know, oh my gosh.
Say name.
Phil Clark, Brunswick. Anyone from Thornbury? Aidan Moran.
I should mention I'm 21.
21, okay. Aurora. Oh no!
Time is up, guys. Okay, Louis, we're gonna come clean here. You're actually on the phone to my co-host Isaac, who masked as Zach Gibson because we thought we could do a better job than the people setting in or the average person because we've been a part of so many games. But that was our attempt. That was Isaac's attempt.
Wow, it's a lot more tense in the moment than it is from on the desk when you're not playing.
Yeah, interesting. Louis, what did you think of that? Yeah.
Yeah, very difficult.
So you're from Brunswick and you're 21.
Man, we're literally like 3 kilometres away from each other and we still couldn't do it. I think the age difference probably hurt in the end.
Yeah.
Crazy. Well, pretty good game, I think. Thanks for being I wouldn't call it pranked, would you, Mike? You'd call it like guinea pigged.
Yeah,
guinea pig. Yeah. A harmless guinea pigging.
True.
Of Louis, I think is a fair thing to say.
Yeah.
And geez,
they did well.
They did well.
Yeah.
It was a great start. That like having like 5 bits of information right off the bat from Isaac was great.
Yeah, and can I just put a little warning in? I can't see the 60 seconds countdown. So when I told Jack there was 10 seconds left, I was just guessing, and it feels like there was still like 30 seconds left.
Okay.
Yeah, I reckon that came in pretty quick.
Yeah. Okay, because I'm doing hand signals at Mike, and Mike's like trying to flip the table over to find an answer. And I'm like, what's so hard about knowing how much time's left?
Oh no!
Because I thought the audio would end at 60 seconds, but it just goes on. Does it? Isaac, this is something I've been trying to keep hidden from you for the whole week, and I told you.
Thanks for finally telling me.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, so it's big. It's big, but okay. I thought the chances of you not finding out about this is very low, and I don't think you have found out about it because I think you would have said something to me very quickly.
Okay.
So this is the position we're in, and now I can finally reveal it to you.
Mm-hmm.
There have been multiple people inboxing the podcast about it, and I've had to either delete their message or respond to them.
You told me not to check the messages, so I haven't.
Yeah, I know. But before I told you to look, I was deleting.
Yeah, you did delete them without responding.
So, no, I hit them up. I think I said blah, blah, blah.
Okay.
So people like Declan Scott, Oliver Eade, and Zach Attack, thank you for sending in. You have been acknowledged, and I'll try and respond to you. But this is what's happening now.
Okay. Consider this his response.
Now, currently, for all those people that messaged to think that you would be excited by this, sure, you could be very excited by this, but there is one particular factor that I believe might stop you from being excited by this altogether. So just so people know,
I'm intrigued.
I'm pretty vague at the moment, but given our last week when we were you were giving shtick to Americans a fair bit yesterday. This would be for a very similar reason. Now, what is the date today?
The date today is...
It's the date. Well, the date is the 29th.
Okay, 29th
of May.
5/25.
Yep.
29525.
Yep.
29525.
So that's all the question I need to ask you if you found out about it.
Yes.
What? No. So what's happening is, we are on the last day of a 9-day streak of dates where, what is it?
Symmetrical dates in the American configuration.
Yeah.
Yes,
Every day for the next 9 days is going to be the same backwards.
Yeah.
So that means that
palindrome dates.
52025 is the same backwards. 52025 reading it backwards.
With the American
configuration
way of month first, day second.
Which we have our own opinions on.
Yeah.
But I thought that was a worthy thing to bring up, as did multiple people.
Okay, well,
I think it's pretty.
It's hard because I have already seen and rejoiced in this moment.
Okay.
When I found out
I knew you would find it. Yeah.
There was some hallelujahs going down. So I apologize to Zach Man, Blaster 56, and the other guys.
Yeah.
Because that is very exciting, and I was excited.
Oh, you are excited by it?
Yeah,
because I thought
absolutely.
you'd take it, American v Australia.
There is a lot of that, but there's also just I'm a number fan above all else.
Okay, right.
Like,
so you don't see
I'm
colour.
a patriot, but I'm a patriot for numbers. Yeah.
Okay.
So
right.
No, I did appreciate
That's good.
that.
I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah.
9 in a row. Anyway, well, shame we missed the hallelujah moment, everyone. A bit of an anticlimax, but just let it be known that people are out there thinking about your
number
obsession.
nerds,
your obsession with numbers.
I'm
out here trying to protect that for the podcast. Couldn't do it this week.
Well, I
unfortunately.
appreciate it,
But we're on the final day of the streak, everyone. So
Yeah.
just for people that didn't understand, it is the numbers going forward and backwards in the dates in America over the last 9 days. It's a palindrome. It's a palindrome of dates, which is exciting.
52925.
Yeah, correct. Yeah. So anyway, let's play on. Move it on. We'll move it on now.
It was very exciting. Please keep sending in more dates or numbers.
Another
stuff. Good one that I get all the time, because you get all like confirmation codes or the 6-digit codes when you sign in, or authenticating codes or whatever. There's some seriously good patterns you can find in those ones. So if anyone has a good one, send them in.
Can you give us an example?
Yeah, well, I got one the other day that I sent to you that was, you got to be on the lookout for random patterns, It's like, this one was, it was symmetrical on a computer keyboard. So it was 577088. So,
that's interesting.
I mean, you guys are both
that's
at
good.
Me, so no, that's,
that is good.
Care.
Yeah.
The best one I've ever got of those was I got the Fibonacci sequence in 6 digits, whatever that is, like 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 3, 5, 8.
Interesting.
I got that as a number, so all these 3 people and more can be way more excited than you guys. Hopefully, you guys look like you're texting each other under the table, going, "How much of a nerd is this loser? I'm never talking to this guy again."
I tried to protect you all week for this, and I get diddly squatted
you should have
reaction.
known that I would have found out about this.
I thought it was an international thing. You're more of a local player. This is, big
mate,
news
I'm
anyway. So
numbers are the same.
Anyway, we'll play on, everyone. But see you next week for more numbers gear. And I don't know if I'll do it again, because that was a lot of effort, and I did get the payoff. I think I've got a very quick just before we go, which is a Jubweg.
Bit of a
now.
Jubweg.
Jubweg. Mike has very kindly invited us round to his place next week to play and maybe film a video about the new Nintendo console that is coming out to play Mario Kart. And
he's doing a bit of a vlog series.
And we're Switch 2. Yeah. We're honoured to be going around and playing it. I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
That's a snowboard trick to me, Switch 2. So it's going to take a bit of time for me to undo that learning in my brain.
Yeah, there you go.
And also, I'm starting way behind you.
No.
Gamer nerds.
Well, hang on. I would consider myself semi-professional at Mario Kart. Like, I'm very good at Mario Kart. And I would say just by osmosis, you would be quite good.
Why? Because being in your presence.
Yeah,
for
just
so
like
many
by
years.
osmosis, it just comes across like that. But I think that we should play as we want to play. We should play with the amount of to make it more an entertaining video. We should actually try. So just know if you are watching that video eventually on Mike's YouTube, whatever, that we are all trying.
Are there
very hard.
handicaps?
No, there's no handicaps. No, not at all.
Well, I mean, you guys have had 27 years of nerdage under your belt.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that I think that we are actually quite good players.
You and Mike.
And and us
me
too. Yeah, you.
Why are you saying me?
Because you are.
Oh,
okay. That's why I'm saying you are.
Yes, I
But
agree.
anyway, that's all I wanted to say is that we're looking forward to that next. We'll have updates on what happened there next week on the podcast. But
I'm so good at it.
Yeah, but everyone have a great week.
I play it
hope
so much.
Hope you've had a great week, everyone.
The green things that you shoot at people.
Yep. The shells, green shells.
Yeah.
Yep. Get a couple of red ones if you're lucky as well. Yep.
Oh, no, the red ones are the tracer missiles.
Yeah. But anyway, have a good week, everyone. And Mike, if you want to say anything.
Yeah, guys, great show. Keen for Mario Kart. Just one thing. Can you please go easy on me? I feel like I should win because it's going on my YouTube channel. Please, I need this.
Okay. Great. That's fair enough. Yeah, fair enough.
Could have brought that up after the show, but that's fine.
No. Anyway, have a great week.
Yeah. Also, it's going on my Instagram.
Oh, burn. Why did you say YouTube then, man?